he was best known for was defamation. Elton John was paid hundreds of thousands of pounds by the Mirror Group newspaper for false allegations in relation to his personal life. He was a brilliant cross-examiner. He was the least likely to be questioned by George Carlin.
I think the only thing you would have would be who's, in the end, whose private life would stand up to a cross-examination by George Carlin. And we've all done things we shouldn't have done.
Absolutely. You are exposing any weaknesses or deficiencies in your own life for public scrutiny.
Say you have a particularly sleazy client.
Well, certainly all my clients have been able, and few have been far below that.
I once saw my father with Jimmy Savile in a hotel in Bournemouth in 1976. I felt that first day I said hi, and that was it. And we left. Later, my father made some comment which I don't think I either understood or took terribly seriously. And it was very much to the effect that I could tell you quite a lot about Jimmy Savile and not all he seems to be.
We were just about to literally publish. The two girls, the husband of one of them, he stepped in and said, look, this is going to be terrible for the children. We've not told the children about anything about this. We don't want them to know about your past. That was what terrified them. But once they lost their nerve, that was it. After we had to acknowledge defeat, we couldn't do the Savile expose. I had a phone call from a man called George Carman, QC. George phoned me up and said, oh, by the way, Paul, Jimmy Savile was very pleased that you're not going ahead. It's a story about him. I said, George, that's fascinating. How do you know about it? And I said, the only way you can know about it is via Jimmy Savile himself. And I said, well, what it's worth, George, in fact, I believed everything I've been told by two girls about Jimmy Savile's behaviour. The guy is a paedophile. And Carmen chuckled and said, you may well be right. And that was it. I did, in fact, tell a fairly senior police officer contact. He basically said, look, unless we've got clear evidence, almost film and footage of these things, it's not, juries are probably not going to believe them. And so there was this attitude of the police at the time that, that there was almost a defeatist approach to this.
Police throughout Britain are discovering more and more cases of organised child sex abuse.
Because in those days, I suppose, it's right to say that the police didn't understand what was going on. The police service didn't see it as a problem. Officers used to say, well, that's a women's job. Well, it's just, I don't want to do that. I want to go to the flying squad. I want to go and Nick Roberts. I don't want to deal with kids.
The police officers from Scotland Yard have got a warrant to search the premises.
Sorry to burst in on you like this, old chap.
Your own man, an individual, but I know that the other Jimmy Savile is a fairly anonymous character.
Oh, very ordinary and thick.
In '94, I was the editor of the Sunday Mirror, a national newspaper in the UK. Because the girls were vulnerable or had troubled background, even though I was the editor, I did actually go to meet them myself rather than sending somebody else. They told me